everybody, I'm here. I do have a deep voice today because I've been up all night. What a crazy thing that is. 20 days since last accident, so we're all good. No video was made today. I was meant to make a video today for tomorrow. I was going to do the Agora Rootmaster box 3, and I never got a chance. I haven't done anything today apart from the live stream. So what I'm going to do, because I haven't got time really to make a video tomorrow from scratch because I'm picking the kiddies up. So on the Patreon stream, we did this robot. And that's where we're up to at the moment. So I'm going to put that on the channel tomorrow. I'm going to edit it down like I did last time. A lot of people liked that first video, so quite fun. We had a lot of fun doing that. But hello, Christian from Grantham.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
Yeah, I heard the big if, Lou. I know about it. I have been informed about things not being available anymore and stuff. So, but I mean, we'll spitball it. I'm sure we'll have a Zoom and we'll spitball what's going on there. Okay, let's tell you what happened last night. So last night, as I said, we did this lovely robot, which I'm so happy with how this is looking at the moment. I was absolutely fine. I had my booster jab in the morning. I went for a walk. I was absolutely the picture of health yesterday. After the stream, absolutely perfect. Went to bed and then I just started shivering. And I had a fever and I just couldn't get warm. So I put my clothes on, a dressing gown on. Mrs. Waldaway put 2 duvets on me just to stop the shivering. And I took some paracetamol because I knew this was going to be an after effect for the visor booster that I had. And then I drifted off to sleep. And then about half an hour later, I woke up violently sick. And I was like that all night, just tossing and turning and just trying not to be sick. And it was crazy. So this morning I was a little bit worse for wear. And when I put that status up, I'm just like, I just feel absolutely awful. But you know what? I went to sleep again for about 2 hours this morning. And I woke up bright as rain, as if nothing had ever happened. It was really weird. So apart from just having the really deep voice, well, I could do voiceovers. It was the weirdest thing. It came on so quick and it just went so quick as well. But, you know, don't let that put you off getting vaccines. I mean, it has to be done. I've never had the Pfizer vaccine before anyway. So, but your booster hit your day after as well just drained me. I don't feel drained, Lou. I think it's just being up, throwing up all night. It's not good. But the, yeah, I've, and to add, I think I've been, can I use one swear word? I think I've been pissing a lot of people off this week. What with, because I said I had a booster jab, I think that, triggered some anti-vaxxers out there. So I've been getting some hate mail for that. I've been getting hate mail because I'm not doing the Enterprise anymore. So you know, I'm treading on glass at the moment. But you know, it is what it is. I said I'm not going to get a chance to get on the Enterprise at the moment because I want to get this Rootmaster done. I've also got the Bismarck Box 10 to do, and then I'm hoping to get some more stuff from Agora. I know a lot of people out there have got the Leopard now. I think the Jaguar is going to be out soon, Box 5. There's something else that they've got which I haven't got yet, so hopefully they're going to be coming soon. Just so you know, on the channel, all 3 of mine is visor. Gary, I was going to do that challenge tonight, but for obvious reasons with my throat I can't, so I'll do that next week. They turned Wayne off and on again. I think that's what happened, Lou. I call it power napping. You know, before the stream I'll have like a half-hour power nap just to refresh me. it's what I do. But the let me think. I've got a list of things here. Right. I have set up the stream for next week. Now, next week, we're going to be doing the Orca reveal. That's on Thursday. Now, this is already on the channel. And in chat, I'm going to put the link to that video. So you can bookmark that. There we go. It's in chat now. So you can bookmark that for when we're doing the reveal. And it's really good. It's really good. I know Phil's doing his one at the moment. I've already done my reveal video. The thing is, on my reveal video, I missed something out because something came today, which after I filmed the video, which was crazy. I've got all my fishing rods on there, but I wanted little eyelets to pass the filament through, and look, I got some. I don't know if you can see them. Let me try and change the camera. These things are tiny, but I put them, there's my coffee. There's cappuccino, actually. Look, I put them on the fishing rods now. So you won't see that in the video, but all my fishing rods now have these eyelets in, which was a nightmare to get hold of. They're 1mm by 1mm. So, yeah, they are absolutely tiny. But stupid me, just went and ordered hundreds of them. I only needed about 10, so I've got loads left. They're just little O-rings. They're the tiniest O-rings I can possibly find. So that's going to be a great show next week. So I'll be joined by Phil, Spruverse. Now, if you don't know the Spruverse channel, and that's Spruverse, you saw it there. I'm going to put Phil's link in here as well, because Phil is live streaming tomorrow. And if you're not a subscriber of Phil's channel over on Spruverse, and obviously he's been doing the Orca build with me, you want to check out the stream tomorrow, because he's building the Sequest DSV ship. I can't remember what it's called, to be honest with you, but he's also going to be telling you about the show, because that show is his baby, and I'm sure there's going to be an opportunity to ask him questions about the show and stuff like that. Now, it's at 8 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time tomorrow. I'm actually got my kids tomorrow, so I'm hoping I can get back in time so I can jump on that as well. But the Spruverse YouTube channel's in that link there, so just click on the subscribe and click the bell, and it will notify you when he goes live. I don't know if he's in here at the moment. He went live a bit earlier on by accident. Bless. Which is, I've asked Order to create a Johnny 5 robot. Yes, definitely, Todd. We need a Johnny 5 robot. Someone's got to bring one out, because that's another one of the original things that people want us to bring out. So it's all good. Now, what else have I got? Now, we've got, hopefully this works, because, you know, I've been setting this up. If I click to the monitor here, we've got a new release from Eaglemoss. No, wrong one. Stand by. That's all my links. Oh, this isn't working. Maps. There we go. A new link from Eaglemoss. And as you can see, it's the Mustang, another Mustang. But this is the like, oh, I love the green Mustang. Obviously, from Bullet, it's inspired from Bullet as well. And the thing is, it's so different to the Mustang that we built with Agora models. This is why I'm probably going to want to do this. And it wasn't until I had the Super Snake from Agora models that I've developed this love of Mustangs. I keep finding them on the streets here when they're driving, and following them in my car and stuff. But it's a nice looking vehicle. Check that out. Obviously, different tyres to the Super Snake. I'm guessing the interior is going to be very similar to what we've built before, but it does look good. There's some of the details for that. So if you didn't know, that's coming. That's on the Eaglemoss Diecast Club website at the moment. It's going to be shipped from the 1st of March onwards. So that is coming, and I should be doing that one. I like the old Mustangs. And then, I don't know if you've checked out the IXO Collections page, but look, check that out. They've got a giant crane you can assemble. And then down here, we've got to figure out, well, obviously we're doing the Peugeot and the Porsche. We've got the Volvo there. And what's that? Now, someone suggested this could be a Lancia. But it looks good. So you've got the Volvo in here, but no details. And I'm not sure what that is there. But it looks like now that some of these logistical problems have been solved, IXO Collections are pulling out the stops, and they're starting to get some of these things on here. So that's things that have been going on in the model world at the moment. No, I think it's going to need some modding, Berg, this. There's about, I'll be honest with you. I did get some hate for the Enterprise D, but 97% of the comments were encouraging. It was only the 3% that think I've betrayed them. So, but there it is. I'm hoping, because we are a community, even though I've stopped building the Enterprise, that other people in the community that are building it can be directed to their channels to see, like the Nexus and all that. If you are building the Enterprise and you're doing it like I was doing, please feel free to send your links for YouTube to me, and I'll put it on the community tab. I'm only too happy to, and then so it'll flag up on my channel to say go to this channel to watch it. So it is a Lancia. Looks nice, doesn't it, Berg? This I had no idea that was being released, I have to say. I've got an idea of a schedule being released, and that wasn't on the schedule, so that blindsided me. I didn't know anything about that one. So another desirable build. What about Street Hawk? You know, David, we talked about this God, a few months ago, probably like a year ago now, because time flies. The problem with Street Hawk, it's a bike. It does all those cool things which are on-screen graphics, and mainly in his helmet as well, but the actual bike is a bike, so it's not really a lot different to what you get now. I believe, Ian, are you in here? I believe Ian's got a Porsche bike that he wants me to build. So because I'm coming to Monday will be the last video for the DB5 that will be completed. So when that's done, I'm doing this commission build thing now. So people give me their models to build. So I said to him, yeah, I'll do that. Now this bike, I don't know what scale. It's a big scale. I think it's 1/6 scale. So it's a ginormous thing. Is it a Ducati? I'm not sure. Ian, if you're in chat, what is it? It's a Ducati, yeah. So that's going to be a fun one. We're going to bring a Ducati to the channel. So there will be a bike. Now, obviously, I wanted to do the Valentino Rossi bike, but that never came to fruition. After 3 months, things stopped being sent to me. So it'd be good to have a bike on the channel. I haven't got one there. So all cool. God, my voice, I hope this voice lasts for the night, because when I come back in, I'm going to sound like Barry White, I think. I'll be like, hey, Mrs. Walter Wayne. Yeah, the thing, Brad, you know what? The thing with this enterprise, forget, what I'm doing my own thing, is that I pay 3 months in advance for my issues. So I was a little bit put out when people get the option, we'll send you 24 issues or whatever, so you can catch up. And they got to issue 16 when I was still on issue 13. And I'm like, well, you've already got my money, so why aren't you sending the stuff out, but you're sending it out to other people? And then we're at a stage now where I still haven't received issue 15, and you've got people receiving issue 16 and 17. I don't know what's going on. I have had notification that the Ecto 1's been sent out, but that hasn't turned up yet. So their logistics problem is all over the place, and I'll call them out on it. And they can blame logistics as much as they want, but I don't believe that for a second now. If they can get issues up to issue 16 to people, but they can't get issues to me, it isn't logistics. They've got those issues, they're just choosing to send them to certain people. And I'm guessing it's because if you say to someone that you want a 24 issues in a row and you'll get 20% discount, it's instant money coming into them. They're not getting the instant money from me, it's a commitment from people because I've already paid up front for it. It's a bad way to treat your customers, Eaglemoss, I'm telling you. So you really need to rethink that. But seeing as I'm pissing everybody off this week, I thought I'll say my 2p's. But I'm not afraid to say my 2p's, I'm telling you. So there you go. It needs to be fixed. It needs to be fixed. The DB5 is a stunning car. I never got the chance to build it, Dave. And the fact that Christian Buxton, if he's watching, hopefully that he'll be ready for you next week. I got to experience the build, and now I know what everyone's talking about joining the car together, the ejector seat, all of that. I know all about it now. Someone said that in my video it looked like the frame was cracked. I can assure you the frame around the window is not cracked. I will show you that in the video tomorrow. I think it was just a light, but yeah, it's definitely not. I thought all bikes were banned. Yeah, owning them burged this, but I think Mrs. Welder Wayne lets me get away with like a model one. Even then, it's touch and go. You want to see the Lamborghini Countach? You know what, Craig? I'd love to build the Countach, but Agora's been teasing this Lamborghini Miura. That was the first Lamborghini, wasn't it? And oh, it looks good. It looks good, but I'm very conscious about how many car builds there are on the channel. Very conscious. So that's why I want to mix it up a little bit, because it's such a shame. And I mean, you're going to see it next week. It's bittersweet that this Orca I'm absolutely over the moon with, but it's so sad it's ended. And that's another model now. Look, it's on a plinth and everything now. It's another model that, just like the ET Spaceship, it's going to be a part of the channel forever. It'll probably be in the background. Even Mrs. Welder Wayne even let me have the opportunity to put it above the TV. That's how much she likes it. But it's sad, but we've got other things in the pipeline. We've got other things in the pipeline. So we'll have to say, I'll let you know about that when I know. But we're in discussions at the moment. The ideas that I've heard so far are really good. So all good. I'm being very coy. I'm sorry. It's just the parties involved haven't got together yet, so we need to get together and have a chat, which is going to be a great time anyway. We won't get anything done, but there you go. Probably stuck in the Christmas post. I don't know what's going on, Dave. I haven't got a clue what's going on. And tell me if I'm right, because like my memory, I'm getting old now. It fails. Eaglemoss used to have a distribution centre in England. Then am I right in saying that after Brexit, they moved all their distribution to Germany? Is that right or not? Because if it is, what the hell logic is that? But I might be wrong. I might be completely wrong there, but I seem to remember when I did the Ori years and years ago, it all came from England. So I don't know. You got issue 29 the Ecto yesterday. I think I'm up to 31's fee now. I haven't received 31. I think 31's the next one, but stand by. I've got some instructions, I believe. Stand by. That doesn't make sense. 1 second. I've got instructions, but they don't make sense. Hang on. Right. Okay. So that doesn't help. Right. Yeah. So I've been sent the instructions for the Ecto 1. This is why I'm being a bit weird, but they're all individual. They're all individual. I wonder if that's being released in newsagents. Have I seen this being released in newsagents in Germany? I might be wrong. I'm just seeing what other ones I've got, if I've got anything else that might be interesting. I've got the Titanic. Instructions for the Titanic up to stage 7. And I've got the Eleanor, but again, it's stuff I've already done on the Eleanor. So, I thought I'd have something that I could show you tonight. I was hoping that I'd have all the PDFs for the Ecto 1, so you can see it right to the end and see what's coming, but they're not on there. That's a shame. I've already got all of those. Eagle Boss annoyed they got one of my part works within 2 working days. I don't know. You know what? I had a notification for the Enterprise, God, probably about 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. And the same with the Ecto 1, but I haven't received anything. And I haven't received an Eleanor for ages either. Jimmy, I'm going to be doing the Agora Models Titanic. Now, that Titanic is the Hachette Titanic, but it's being made available to the US market. So I'm going to be building it along with the US folks. So, you know, when they're doing their stage 1, I'll be doing the stage 1. It just saves what we went through before, building 2 Terminators or building 2 Bismarcks. Now I'll just be building 1, but building it alongside a new generation of builders, if that makes sense. So your issue 31 came this week, but you're still waiting for issue 30. Oh God, that's not good, Paul. You cancelled the Enterprise, you're picking up the IXO Collections build instead. IXO Collection kits are brilliant. They're absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I build a large-scale space shuttle park world with an external tank. That could be excellent. Look, I've got my little one over there that I still need to put the decals on and then work on the plane. You know, I'm one of these people that start things and haven't finished it. So before I start the SR-71, which, look, my Rams thing at the moment is just keeping the dust off. I'll be wearing that Super Bowl because obviously the Rams are through to the Super Bowl. Yay! There's me Bismarcks there. And down there on the floor, if you can see that, just behind the Rams helmet is the SR-71, which I will start, but I've got to finish that SCA first. And then hopefully in the summer, I'm going to start finishing that Airport 77 little diorama I was doing as well. I've been doing so many large scale models on the channel. To do something smaller is going to be a bit weird, I think. See, there is some upgrades for the Eaglemoss Titanic deck planking. Is there? I've seen the ones from Partwork Upgrades, John. Is that what you mean? Because Ian sent me some and they look really good. They really do look good. So there you go. Hi, Phil. This is amazing. Your Magic Talk. Man just handed me my Missing Back to the Future magazines. Wow. Everyone's getting everything. I'm not. Perhaps when they heard that I'm not doing the Enterprise anymore, they just put a hold on all my deliveries. Do you like my shirt, by the way? Look. I got this. Let me take that off for a second. I got this when I got the hoodie with Quint on it. This came with it as well. So I've got a whole Jaws thing going on here. It's great. How far through the Bullet Mustang before they put the price up? Prices are going up for everything at the moment, Will. I've just heard about our electricity and gas bills going up by 50% or something. I think it was addressed again. I'm gonna link this again. Last live stream, I linked Outside 238, and that was the video about why he's quitting the enterprise. And he had a lot of things about the logistics of what's been going on in America with Eaglemoss. And there is some things that he said in his video that he's not at liberty to say, or all of that. It shouldn't be up to Outside 238 to say it. Eaglemoss should have made a statement about that a long time ago. So I don't know what's going on. Every company has made statements about why there's slow deliveries and all that. Look, check out IXO Collections website. Look, I'm going to go back to this. Look, right at the top, big orange letters. And they're keeping people informed. I think there'll be a lot less complaints if people were just up front. Some of these companies were just up front and just let people know exactly what's going on. However bad it is, rip the plaster off quickly. Because like I'm convinced, I'm even more convinced now this enterprise is resting on there. I'm telling you now, that bridge, that saucer is resting. Those little tabs are not going into the saucer no matter how much they say. And if they do, they're not going to hold the weight. So if that's the case, rip the plaster off them and tell people now so they can think about what they're going to do about it. Because like I was looking at those things today and they're made from the same sort of zinc metal that my DeLorean wishbones were made from, which cracked. And that's just under the weight of the DeLorean. So it's all fun. I think it's this Pfizer jab. It's made me be a bit more angry. It's made me be a bit more angry today. And the fact that I haven't received anything. I'm never normally like this. Come on, send me my stuff. Get a resin 3D printer. You know what, Svi? I've been looking at them. I have. It's got to the stage now where rather than just like searching on the website, I've been looking at larger scale ones because yeah. And I'll tell you who to blame for that. He's in chat. Chris Hurst, because Chris did the machete that we've got there on the other side of the Orca, the chum barrels for me. He did some lifeboats for me. He's made me a little Marvin from hang on, stand by. You have to excuse my I'm wearing sort of like lounging pants today. That's why see, like I've got these sexy pants on today. Yeah, he made me like a Marvin as well, so that's why gonna paint that one up as well, which I think's pretty cool. So I'm gonna paint that up. It's all cool. Oh, thank you, Ron Marks. You want DeAgostini? Is that gonna let me highlight the thing? God, I'm behind on chat. I want DeAgostini to re-release X-Wing or make a TIE fighter. I'm about done with Eaglemoss. Love the channel. Ron, you know what? I think the X-Wing will come out again, but I do think it'll be under the DeAgostini banner because I think that's who the license is with rather than the fan home. You'd expect it to be fan home because that seems to be like the pop culture sort of side of it. Purely speculating. I haven't got a clue, but that's what I would think. But I'd like to see it out again, even though it was the most bizarrest, weirdest build I've ever done. I would like to see that. Is that Mrs. World Away now? They're making a complete racket. She's having a fire again. That's Riley's job. As I said, I got the kids. I got the kids tomorrow, and I said to Riley, if you want to earn some money, I've got a lot of things that need burning. And Mrs. World Away's out in front of the workshop, stinking us out and burning it off and doing his job. So what will happen is I'll still have to pay him the money, even though the job's been done. Issue 39 and 42 of Enterprise are coming. Where is that in the build? Issue 39 to 42. Well, God, Phil, you know what? I mean, we're up to stage issue 15, and there's 4 stages per issue, isn't there? I don't know. I don't know. Oh. Well, sorry, I'm missing chat. My chat's just gone all over the place. Oh my God. It's too bad they didn't go on with the Apollo lander. That was quite a fun little test run, that was. But yeah, you're right. We need something more spacey, don't we? I don't think I can't think of anything that's out. Obviously, there's a load of kit models. I've been hooked on Lou Dalmaso on his channel, Aztec Dummy, doing the Razor Crest. You're going to have to do the Naboo fighter now, Lou. Has everyone seen the Book of Boba Fett? Oh my god, the last two episodes of the Book of Boba Fett, it's nothing to do with Boba Fett at all. It's all to do with the Mandalorian. But god, if you could put a tick list of what would make the perfect Star Wars episode and just ticked it off, it had everything in it, and I was captivated to the screen. I was like, oh my god. And if they can make that, I mean, I think there's only one more episode left next week. Wow. Wow. So whereas Book of Boba Fett started slow for me, I think by stage 3, look, I've been doing part works too long, by episode 3, chapter 3, I started to get into it. But wow, the last chapter, chapter 6, I think it was. Whoa, what an episode. It was crazy. Your 31 arrived yesterday. Not even you're getting them before me, Dave. What's going on? They're probably lost, you know. Someone poke me. What have I done, Jason? What have I done? You've been waiting for 2 years now for the final issue of the DeLorean, the plutonium tubes. That's issue 129, Bad Modeler. If you watch my DeLorean build videos, I think it's issue 131. I didn't have issue 130, but I did one anyway, so I'll go back in time to tell myself to do it until that comes. That was quite a fun little thing. Hi Wayne and Mrs. Rodwayne, I got the magazines in the mail. Excellent, Bruce, that's brilliant. Was that your art on my package? Probably. She writes silly things and stuff and draws silly things on packages. You're feeling patriotic. Well, North Star, you know what? I the amount of hassle I got for calling chassis, and the other way around. I mean, that starts a lot of hate speech. And I've realised, and I didn't realise until someone mentioned it, both are perfectly acceptable in the Oxford English Dictionary, chassis or chassis. So wherever you're in America or you're in Britain, and someone says, you know, I'm an insult to the British language when I pronounce it chassis, and I'm like, well, I'm not English, I'm Australian. But I'm going to call it chassis. I've always called it a chassis, and that's that. And if you watch the channel long enough, which I did mention in, I think it's the Knight Rider build, you're lucky that I call things by the right name anyway. I just call things whatever comes to mind. I remember the Eleanor build, I think I called the caliper anything to do with the wheel. The wheel, the rim, the caliper, the brake components, the suspension, the wishbone. I just kept calling it a caliper. Or a cross member, that was the other one, cross member. The Washington, yeah, what they called the Washington Commanders or something, isn't it? Tony, wow. You know what? It's going to be heck of a Super Bowl, though, and I'm hoping the Rams are going to trounce the Bengals. That'll really make my day. Because, you know, when I'm in America in May, I'll be buying all the Rams merchandise. I'll be coming back just kitted out. Rams merchandise. That was a late night as well, staying up watching that. Oh, issue 11, you just got 14. Okay, so, and I'm waiting for issue... What did I say I was waiting for? 15, aren't I? Of the Enterprise. No, what? It's been so long since I've done it, I don't even know what stage I'm on now. 15, I think we're on 15 now. Because there's 30 in the delivery. Is that right? Yeah, it sounds right. You hope the Titanic will be available for Europe, Denmark soon. Well, remember there's 2 Titanics out there at the moment. Mappuck. Wayne, best way to remove the original Eaglemoss paint from the Enterprise parts, like the example of the reflector, plates go there to make them clear for LEDs. Dave, I'm just chucking them in a vat of isopropyl alcohol, 99.9%, leave them overnight, come back in the morning with a little toothbrush, and the paint just falls off. But I found this stuff, brilliant stuff this is. I'm going to try and get you the name for it, which is used to frost mirrors. So if you wanted to have, rather than a plain mirror, you could have like a frosting effect on the mirror to make some sort of design. You could put them on the parts. It dries and it makes a great diffuser. Absolutely great diffuser. So I'm going to have a play around with that. I mean, I'm still in the experimenting phase at the moment. I mean, I'm still so happy with how that turned out. I mean, look how neat that's the behind. It didn't look that good on my video because it hadn't dried. But wow. And look from that side. Look. It's flat. I mean, it's going to work a treat when we come around to doing that. But I do have to have the reflectors on. As Todd Marvel PHX told me that Obviously, some of the reflector panels lift it from the frame so that they sit where they need to sit. So I am going to have to keep the reflectors on. It does mean taking the paint off them. So it's my Orca, the Enterprises now, because I'm going to get to muck around, do what I want with it. So I think the next video is going to be me taking the whole thing apart. I think that's going to frighten a lot of people. Rams are not going to lose big time, Philip. As a matter of fact, if we go to the Super Bowl with any team, I was hoping it would be the Bengals, because I think we've got a good chance of beating them. But the Rams have just got a habit of not turning up on these big games. They just don't turn up. So, well, we'll see. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it's really cool, John. Absolutely cool. But, I mean, I'll have to see how the decks come together on the Titanic for when we're doing that. Hi, Wayne. Is the Selby Super Snake better than the Eleanor? Well, I mean, they're pretty much just variations of the theme, Craig, to be honest with you. IXO collections are brilliant. Yep, the Porsche that we've just done is brilliant. I'm still waiting for, as you see, look, my Peugeot's almost done. I just need that back section there. So, you think it's quaint. Glue the window. Yeah. The problem is, though, Lou, we can do that. The thing is, we need the reflectors to lift it, you see. Because what will happen is, these posts here, can you see them? They go into the frame. Now, I'm just thinking. You know what, Lou? You might be right, you know. You might be right. Those reflectors, even though they will create a bed to actually hold along the frame there. I don't know if you can see the side of that. I don't think it's going to make a difference, Todd, if you're in here. I think you can put these in without the reflector. I mean, it's something I'm going to look at. I think you could put them in without the reflectors and not have to worry. It might even be better to actually rotate these round without that reflector on there. Ideally, I didn't want to use the reflectors. But I said after a conversation with Todd, Marvel PHX, we figured we might have to. But then again, I'm looking at it again. I don't know. Don't know. Lou, once again, you've gave me food for thought. I'll have to have a think about that. I'm going to have to bring my notepad out here for these live streams and start writing down advice. You spent... I watched a video the other day, Wayne, of a guy who spent 9 years and over 20,000 of screen-accurate Millennium Falcons, 5 foot across. Oh, my God. Well, you know what? This Orca is pretty screen-accurate. I mean, the amount of, like, you know, things we had. The only things that aren't screen accurate, I didn't put the shark on the top, the little logo, because I think it'll just be too small and you're not going to make it out anyway with the way that the flag's sort of like tilted there. What was the other thing? There was one other thing. The lights here, I've got lights on the cabin here, which should actually be attached to the top section and then pointing down. I actually attached them to the cabin. But other than that, we're pretty much screen accurate on there. But you'll see that in the reveal video next Thursday. So once again, it's already on the channel, ready to be bookmarked. So we're going to have a lot of fun next week. You know what? I've just realised I'm so behind on chat again. How do I keep doing this? Hi, Howard. What's got me is they release new parkworks and they can't deliver on the current ones. I do think people watch... I do think people from Eaglemoss do watch these streams. And they are valid points. I mean, I can't speak for Eaglemoss, so... You know, I mean, I give them credit. Brett in customer service, he's addressed issues. He reached out to Outside 238, which is brilliant. He didn't have to do that, and he does regularly update the website. The big concern I have, and again, customer service, you need to look at this, is when that customer service site went up, and I think it was January last year. It's been up for a while now. Every single post, every single day is an excuse. That can't be good. So think about it. Hi, Hilda. How's snowy Scotland? I bet it's cold up there. Hilda Whitwell, as I said, we're back up there in August. So we're staying Stirling way. Stirling, I can't say that properly either. Stirling. So Crean Larrick, around that way. So we probably will be up the Glencoe. We can't stay away from the Glencoe and Tyndrum, so we may be up that neck of the woods again. You've just picked up the Anycubic 104K myself. Ooh. It's the Anycubic that I was actually looking at, Marvel. It's all cool. Those tabs on the Cobra neck, wasn't there a metal frame moving back and forwards? No, David. I mean, look, let me stand by. Let's talk about this. This is the Cobra neck here, okay? Now, this is what I've had to deal with this week, okay? This, as you can see, is a magnet, okay? That's a magnet. I'm going to pull all the Allen keys off of it. This is a magnet, which was kindly provided by Mike Lane for taking the hubcaps off the DeLorean. It's a magnet. Yeah. They didn't believe that I had a magnet on this. These aren't magnetic. These, sorry, I'm just going to hide your chat, David. Look, they're not magnetic. As a matter of fact, because these are hidden, someone said that I scratched one when I tried to get it out. Well, you know what? I'm actually going to scratch one now. Because I'm not aiming to look at this section, so... There we go. So, they are metal. So to me, that says they're zinc. Now, they are very lightweight metal. I reckon I could probably break that with my finger. They don't all fall out. Like if I shake this, I've got two out. I've got one which doesn't want to come out. Oh, there we go. That one's out. And there's one I don't think there's any chance in hell I'm going to get that one out. So if I've got to go through this pain to join these together, if this is the fix for this, this one just don't want to come out. Can't even get it out. How are you going to slide that under the saucer section? And the reason I say that is because this one here is on a different level to this one down here. So to put it on, you'd have to go like that, I'm guessing. If that's the fix. I don't know. Oops, something just fell out. What did I just drop there? Oh, it's just the phaser bank. I'll get that afterwards. It's just that bit here. But as Roy said in Roy is outside 238, I've got the problem with the, I mean, obviously I want to get rid of this switch I mentioned before, but look, I've got the light bleed problem there, look. And you can't, I hold that as hard as I can to get it together. I could probably glue that, I guess. But there you go. But it ain't going to stop the light bleed that you see there. See? These are some of the reasons why I want to do my own thing to it. So, that's just me. It's my model. So it's just me. Wrong Marvin. Did someone say X-Wing? Oh, Phil, you love your X-Wing. Am I going to see that in LA, or is that in a trash bin somewhere? You should, you know what, Phil? You should have where your Jaws diorama is in the garden. You should have like a pile of models which didn't work out, or you know you don't like, and a sign which said, you know, the ones that didn't make it or something. A bit like the elephant graveyard. R2, yeah, R2 is under the Fan Home because obviously the license for R2 is with Fan Home. It's like that in Britain, Greg. But I do think they still had a continuing license with X-Wing, and I don't think you can just transfer a license from one company to another. Again, I'm speculating. I probably don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, you're talking about Marvin. He's stealing the space probabulator. That was an awful impression. Oh, Marvin the Martian. Oh, I'm very angry. I sound like Mr. Bean. Hi, Wayne. I've just received my next stage of Enterprise D. Came in a big box of big metal tripod stand. That tripod stand, Phil, I haven't seen it because I haven't had my delivery. It looks like the stands that I have for my lights here. I don't know if they're the same. I'll check that out when I see it. But issue 15 is what I'm waiting for. Look, Scott, you've got yours as well. Pete, you've got yours as well. Why haven't I got mine? Thanks, Dave. Explain that to Wayne. Do you guys see? Just email me today. They are sending me my missing issue of X-Wing free of charge and postage. Wow. That's good. It's a short story of Boba Fett. Maybe the leaflet of Boba Fett. Yeah, the book of Boba Fett could be written on a card like this. Look, I've got Burgess' card here. In chat, you could write the book of Boba Fett. So the book of Boba Fett is basically that much Boba Fett and that much Mandalorian. It is clever. It is clever though. It's when I say, oh, that's good TV. That's good TV. Your roommate's has been with customs for 2 weeks now, paid and all. I mean, that's probably where mine is at the moment. If they're coming from Germany, which again doesn't make any sense to me at all. But oh, you're gonna love it, Phil. That episode 6. Wow. Whoa, chapter 6. It's the classy lassie with the cursy chassis. Where do you get these wonderful phrases from, Gary? Hi Wayne, you may have said I want the update on the Route Master. Yeah, the Route Master, I was meant to build it today, Ray, but I've been ill for like this morning. It just fell off the table. So I'm going to do the robot tomorrow. Obviously, I've got the DB5 on Monday, so the Route Master's now going to be moved to Tuesday. That's pack 3, I think we're on pack 3. And in pack 3, we're doing some more of the suspension and we're building the whole engine. So that's going to be an interesting build. I'm waiting on 16. Am I? Stand by. I haven't got a clue. I thought I was waiting for... No, I'm not waiting for 16. Surely. I'm waiting for 15, aren't I? That's right. God, I don't even know what I'm building. I'm building so many things. Let me have a look. 14. Yeah, I'm waiting for 15 for the start. I'm behind. I'm so behind at the moment. Yeah, the halftime show. Eminem, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. It's going to be good. You stop building the Bismarck until I get all the parts. Build it in a way that makes more sense. It's true. PGB75. I said, God, I think I said it to the patrons. I don't understand why all those rigging points we didn't add as we were going along. Because doing them after the build, I'm knocking things left, right, and centre, and it's hard. It's impossible to film. So what I'm going to do is put them all in, and I'm just going to say, look, these go here, these go here, these go. It's the only way I can do it. Because they're so delicate and you have to sort of get around the parts you've already put in. And then the fun starts with the rigging. Ugh. Take care, Lou. See you later, mate. It's hard to believe the Titanic will make it to America. I had a problem with that journey before. Oh, Alex. You wish they labelled the screws for the R2-D2. Where's the fun in that? Don't make it too easy. I'm taking part the whole thing and starting from scratch. So after my influence, I ordered the Thatcher 603 from the Agostini. Really? I haven't even seen that. Stand by. I just want to have a quick check. Ooh. That looks nice. I haven't been on the D'Agostini site for a long time, you know. I am doing the Route Master. It's going to be out on Tuesday now. Rams are like Arsenal then. Well, they're owned by the same people. Philip Kroenke owns them. I'm not using it. All the wires I'm ripping out. Jason, watch my video. Wait, in your video the other day, you said too cursed. Did I? I very rarely swear. I very rarely swear. I think I said piss. That's free now. And that's probably just got me demonetized. If they did a Galactica build, I'd sub so fast my phone would set on fire. I don't know what I'd really like. I mean, number 5, Johnny 5 would be a brilliant build. I like robots. This robot is brilliant. And I mean, we had some problems on the Patreon stream building this. You won't see that because when I've edited it down, it's going to look like I did it perfectly. But the fact that I can have this little thing running around, playing music to me, blinking, it's going to be great. It's a nice place to remove to diffuse lights, Marvel PHX. But I mean, I was thinking about it today, and I thought that the problem we've got is that we need to. That there are some sections of the Enterprise build where the frame is hiding some of these holes. So there needs to be a way where I don't mean hiding by being completely over the hole. I mean hiding from if I was to stick an LED strip against the side, it's going to miss because the frame's going to get in the way. Now I'm thinking if I blast enough light inside the Enterprise, it's not going to make a difference. But again, until I've actually got all the wires out and experimented with that, I'll have to see. Uh, a bit mucking around. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm mucking around. The Orca, I'm telling you, Revi, I'm in awe. And you know what I can't believe about the Orca? And I said it is sad that it was November. Phil came over here. We went to see Shark is Broken. And I look back at the pictures for that, and it was just a white shell of resin with all the bits in a lunchbox, which I hadn't got a clue where they go. We're talking about, just like ET, it's going to take till May to do. And here we are, end of January, beginning of February now. And it's done. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, I never expected in a million years, I tell you, I never expected in a million years it to look how it looks there. And then when I think of all the things we fabricated, Phil's done exactly the same as well. We had to fabricate this front section here. We had to fabricate these fishing rods. We fabricated the complete mast. The complete mast is a complete... All the poles here. I mean, there's so much. I'd hate to think how many hours have gone into that. But I think we'll talk about that next week because, I mean, it was an amazing build. And you know what? I think it's the ET and the Orca now. These resin kits, that's probably the second resin kit I've done. And they're just such a great build to do, the resin kits. Absolutely brilliant. I don't think it will, Michael. Again, it's all to do with the licensing. And how much is the licensing for a James Bond product at the moment? Who knows? Because don't forget, you buy these licenses, they do have a time limit. They do expire. So, yeah, did you see that, Burgess, about we can't post glue to ice? Why is that? It's weird. It's like batteries. You can't post batteries either. The Enterprise is 100% rushed, but we do have fun in putting our little touches on things. I mean, I've said it. I said it 3 times in that video. Don't mod it. But that's how I get the joy of it now. I used to just put models together, but if you can do a little bit of modding, I was one of these people that didn't want to do that. I mean, the first bit of modding I did was the DeLorean, you know, with the flux bands, Chloe Model Mods flux capacitor, and the Christmas tree. But when you start to create things like this, and even the ET spaceship, and you're like, wow, things you can do. think of it as your model is just a canvas. I mean, who is it? Dave Bassett, who's doing the Route Master, but the blue version. He's making a blue version. Is it Dave Bassett? I can't remember. It's great. When you pulled out the clear pin in front of the photon torpedo launcher, the gap closed up. I mean, I just pushed that together there and it closed up. But, yeah. Have a look at that, I think. You got 5 inches of snow in Missouri. Oh, my God. We haven't had any snow in the UK this year. Well, in England, anyway. I won't be using sealant. No. I won't be using anything like that. So that torpedo, so are we talking the lens? This lens is what's stopping it, is it? I mean, I'll be taking that out anyway. I've got to take it apart anyway to try and get this thing out because you don't want to move. And I want to get rid of that switch because I am going to have one power source. So, issue 6 of the Enterprise will be with you soon. Well, that's what worries me. I'm wondering if the notification I had for the Enterprise, Robert, was for issue 16. But I still haven't received issue 15 yet. So I don't know what's going on. I think they need a phone call. I think I might have to give them a call tomorrow and find out what's going on. Oh, look, Pete, you're waiting for 15 and 16. Oh, so I'm not the only one. So we might be in the same boat, Pete. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Unless it's the family version, family-friendly version. or they dub it. I remember seeing, I can't remember what comedy show it was in the UK, but they were doing the television version of Scarface. And they're like, come over here, you muddy funster. Dubbing things. Scott, I'm a massive Trekkie. I'm a massive Next Generation fan. And you know what? I would have completed this exactly as they wanted it. But that nagging thought, it's the Enterprise and the Orca. It's these 2 ships looking at me saying, you know what, you could do to me what you did to this. That's what my brain is saying. So that's why I made that choice. But Gross Models, that stand, Chris, isn't it, Chris? Sorry, Chris. That stand is only holding the base section, isn't it? It's not holding the saucer section. Am I right in saying that? I'm guessing there's going to be a mounting point on that base section, so we still don't know what's happening with that saucer section, whether it's going to have its own stand, because I'm guessing it would be top heavy. I don't know. I don't know. No, you're right, David, it isn't. But for me, it is. You still want to build Wally? That could be cool. DRN, make sure everything works on the Bismarck before you do the rigging, otherwise you can't take the rear decks off. DRN, I've done that. Everything works now on my Bismarck. So I've got to bring it back down here to put it on the workstation to do the rigging. I'm going to keep it here until the rigging's finished. I think the way I'm going to tackle the rigging is do 1 or 2 instructions a day. I'm not going to do it in one sitting because I'll just pull my hair out. Doing the rigging on the Orca showed me how hard it's going to be, and that's quite a big model. The Bismarck, even though it's a big model, has got very small details, so I can see that being a lot harder. Ed 209 would be brilliant as well. Got to be a big scale though. I have seen an Ed 209, but it wasn't a part work, but it was a real big one that moved and had all the electrics in. God, that took me back. That must have been about early 2000s. I doubt it, David. But you'd have to say, hello, Sordo, how's it going? The repetitive steps on the Routemaster will make the wings on the X-Wing look like a walk in the woods. Well, I'm guessing, see, I didn't even give that any thought, Sordo, but the I guess you've got to do loads and loads of seats. I can see that being a bit repetitive. The windows. But I mean, I lived my build through Paint with Penny, Dave Say, Horlicks. I never got a chance to build it because by the time I was like, I want it, they're up to issue 40 or something. So having the chance to do it now is going to be brilliant. Alien, yeah. Now the Alien test run, I believe, is happening in Northumberland. Normally that's the Durham area into Hexham, all around that whole area. So you may see some of the Alien in the shops from Hachette. Normally about 4 issues. Hopefully it will go into production. You never know. The last one they did on test was the Eddie Stobart truck, and obviously that did. But then again, the Harry Potter Express, that didn't. Highway, love your videos. Got a question. R2's not a hard build at all. Speak Life, I think the only hard bit is when you start to collect the electrics up at the end. Everything up to that point is easy. You do have to do one little fix before you do everything, and that is to protect the wires on the lightsaber tube. So your lightsaber goes up. Sometimes when the head turns, it's knocked the wires and your tube won't work anymore. But I'm going to explain that in my next R2-D2 video. Airwolf, Max, that's been on the card since, again, I started my channel. Everyone wants Airwolf. You've been watching too many Spice World the movie, David. My Bismarck on-off stops working with the central heating. Batteries go flat. You know what, Rob? Mine did the same, but mine was different. Mine was light sensitive. So I didn't have the base on mine because I was using the power mod. And I'd put my finger on it, it would turn on, then just turn itself off. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So what I did was I took the little circuit board out with a spring, blew it, reseated it, and I actually put the bottom on so it's pitch black in there, and it works fine now. So that's all I can suggest. But yeah, mine was turning on and off all the blinking time. Up to 33 inches by tomorrow. Oh my God. So far, you've not ordered the Enterprise. How many you got on the go then, Bergdis, at the moment? You must have quite a few. No, it's the we're cancelling your subscription because you don't like it. Yeah, can you imagine that? I wouldn't mind, but the Enterprise is one that I pay a lot of money for. So I don't understand why I'm getting subservice treatment. You like Enterprise from the motion picture? You mean the... God, Adrian, now I'm trying to guess. Do you mean the really boring original series motion picture or the 2010 Chris Pine Star Trek? No day since last swearing on the wall. I might have to change it if I don't have accidents. You know I'm scheduled to have an accident soon, don't you? It's going to happen. Yeah, the motion picture, you just said exactly what I said, Jason. Star Trek the motion picture was, it was mind-numbingly boring. But then Rafa Khan was brilliant. I actually enjoyed Search for Spock and Voyage Home as well. And the Final Frontier, oh my god. The Undiscovered Country, that was all right. Generations was all right. I loved First Contact. Insurrection I couldn't stand, and I wasn't too fond of Nemesis either, to be honest with you. I wish someone would do something I don't think a company has done before. A connected trio of models, the three drones, Shuey, Louie, and Dewey. Silent running. You love that silent running, didn't you, Gary? Take care, Phil. See you later, mate. I will try and jump on your stream tomorrow, Phil. I said, hopefully, if I get back in time, I'll jump on. David, I don't know if you got the memo. I'm not doing the Victory anymore. The Victory's actually been burnt. I got rid of it. I burnt it. It's no longer with me anymore. Everything I did on it is firewood because they stopped providing the parts. Haven't had any parts for it for a year. So I got rid of it. Mentally, I can't have a model looking at me, just taking up space and not doing anything. So I scrapped it. So I've got the Sovereign of the Seas now, which was kindly donated to me by John Russell. And I've got the Titanic, which is the wooden ship I'm building at the moment. We're all good, Bexac. Long time no speak. We're all good. 1979. Yeah, it's mind-numbing. Star Trek, the slow motion picture. Oh, it was bad. You can't believe how many people have complained to Ingmos. I'm surprised people are still buying from them. I can't speak. I can't speak. I like how Kevin the Nexus has got a forum going with Eaglemoss. I think that's a positive. So there is now a channel where Kevin can collate questions for the staff at Eaglemoss and they can answer the questions as best they can. I do like that communication, which is that's excellent. Watching First Contact with a VR headset is in 360 is awesome. Richard, you know what? I was watching Jaws on my son's Oculus Quest 2. Wow, I loved it. You're in a cinema, you look around. Oh, it's brilliant. So much so that, you know, just looking to see where Mrs. World Away is. I think I'd get one for myself. I'd happily watch a video there with an Oculus on. I liked Picard. I didn't like the end, I have to say. You know, Riker coming with that whole thing of ships. I wanted the Borg to arrive. Because I thought 7 and 9 run off to, like, get the Borg. Because the Borg are now so assimilated with our culture and what 7 and 9's culture. That I thought they were going to rescue us. So that would have been much better for me. Just stick it. It would have been the whole Book of Boba Fett again. Just chuck everything in there. Yeah, if I do make a cock up, then I will just make a diorama of it embedded in the soil with little figurines, the Bismarck figurine standing on top of it. Oh yeah, Sovereign of the Seas. Yeah, I've still got that to do. Oh no, like John had done the whole. He created the frame, the skeleton frame. So I think we're ready now to start the planking, I believe. So I want to see what I'm doing with the Titanic, and now I have got the next 7 stages. I'll be able to decide where we're starting with that. I need to rework my time. I think now we haven't got the Orca. I think my next priority is to get the Bismarck finished, because some people are going to start receiving pack 12 of the Bismarck next month, I'm guessing, from Agora, and then we can move on, see where we are at the end of the year. Obviously, we've got this Mustang coming out from Eaglemoss, and hopefully in later on in the year we might see the Batmobile, the 66 Batmobile, which should be good. Yeah, but would they, Craig? You see, the Borg has been so diluted now. What with Hugh going there and 7 and 9 interacting with them and all of that, and then what happened in Descent with Data. I'm thinking they're not the Borg that you knew in Best of Both Worlds or Q-Who. I think they're more of an ally. I could see the Borg as an ally, you know. That's where I'd go with it. I'd love to build the Cygnus Adrian, and it'd have to be a big one as well. Anything from the Black Hole. I'm surprised there isn't a lot more models out for that, you know. I'm surprised that hasn't been remade. I could do with a Black Hole remake. That'd be brilliant. Michael, it wouldn't work. Let me explain that you can have neodymium, the strongest magnets in the world, yeah. But if they're at this size, yeah, I mean, these aren't magnets. Say I replace these for really, really strong neodymium magnets, the weight of that saucer is either going to break that connection because it's so heavy, or it's just going to topple over. Because I'm guessing the stand is going to attach, let me think, you'll have the base, the nacelles coming off at this section here. I'm guessing the base is going to come down here somewhere. It's just top heavy. So, I don't know. I hope to God that Eagle must have a fix for it. And if they have, I hope to God they tell people to put their minds at rest. But we'll have to see. It's all fun. Well, listen, as John Hay said, keep modelling. It's the end of the stream. Now, as I said, tomorrow I'm going to be away, so I will try and get that robot one edited and up on the channel for the weekend. Monday, we're finishing the DB5, which means we're going to do the Route Master on Tuesday. And then by then, you never know, I might have had a delivery of the Enterprise and the Ecto 1. We'll have to see how it goes. But thank you for joining me tonight. Once again, I'm going to be doing my Naked Gun ending because, unfortunately, my stream is 45 seconds in advance. And if I just shut it off now, it looks like I'm being rude and just logged off. So take care, everyone, and see you soon.